Welcome, one and all. ComicHead, here, coming at you, live and direct, with a continuation of the ComicHead collection saga. Okay? Today you're in for a very special episode, because I'm going through all the slabs, baby. All them plastic encapsulated bangers. Very special edition. So, yeah, man. Hashtag free84. I don't think I'm getting freed anytime soon. Still on lockdown. I'd love to do stuff like this live with the people, but stay tuned for developments on that. I'm down, but I'm not out. I will have an announcement soon regarding the next venture of your boy ComicHead. But just getting things ducks in a row, if you will. So, without further ado, they're not in any particular order. I'm just going to start firing through these slabs. What do you say? First up, Oblivion Song, number 1, 9-Point Izzy. I got this a long time ago, man. I got this last year at some point. I found it for a great deal on eBay. And I put my spec hat on. And I said, you know what? Something tells me. I mean, we still don't know. I know it. I think it had a little bit of jump. Maybe it was optioned or something. But as we know, option doesn't necessarily mean anything. But from the bit of the run that I read, one thing's for sure is that Kirkman wrote this with a TV show in mind. Just the way it read was very episodic. So, Oblivion Song, number 1. Here we have my Amazing Spider-Man Annual, number 3. One of my favorite covers of all time. One of my favorite comics of all time. This was like almost a nostalgia cop for me, because I had the Marvel Milestone reprint of this book as a kid, and I read this book so many times. So when I realized, the original was out there, I was like, yeah, I need to get that one. So, awesome story about Spidey doing a little initiation thing for the Avengers. It's a great read. It's a great cover. It's a great book. Next up, oh yeah, Savage She-Hulk. Another great addition to the collection. 9.4. Very happy with that. Another book that I think I got last year. If you know me, you know I love me some She-Hulk. So very happy to have her first appearance. Next up, a book that I do think I need to get an upgrade copy. But I got this one for now. And it's the one green label that I got. It's a 0.5, brother, of Silver Surfer 1. Green qualified, because that is not the back cover to Silver Surfer 1. I heavily taped. I mean, I didn't pay that much for it. I got it in an auction, an Instagram auction. That being a different back cover definitely was not mentioned, but I don't know if he knew or not, but whatevs. I said, you know what? I was just so excited to have it. I said, I'm just going to get it slapped. I don't care if it comes back a 1, a 0.5, whatever. I'm happy I got it. I want to get it slapped just so I can present it. And you know what? This is to me, it's kind of a cool novelty piece for me, because I don't know how many 0.5 green labels are on the census. I don't really know how to check that. But if someone could check that and let me know if it's an easy thing. Because do I have the only Silver Surfer 1 0.5 green label on the census? I would love to know. It's a very unique book for that reason, in my opinion. So, bang, there's my Surfer one. But I am looking for an upgrade. So if anybody watching this has a connect for me on that, I'm interested. Next up, the end is nigh, son. Who watches The Watchmen? Beans taste good like this. I did it 35 minutes ago. All the quotables from one of the greatest series of all time, Watchmen, baby, 9.6. Was really happy. This is an important series in my comic book history, my comic book career. This is one of the books that jump-started me back into the hobby. So, thrilled with that one. I gotta get some Mylars. These like loose bags. I mean, I guess they protect, but they really. The next one I'll show with the bag on it. They just they present really lame. Anyway, Ms. Marvel, number 17, part of a trinity of books that I have that encase the debut of Mystique. So this is the middle issue, number 17. Great headlight cover, if you will. 9.4. That's in the collection. Let's not forget that I also... See, this is in the bag. It just doesn't... I guess I'll just show them in the bags since it's a pain to put them on and off, but I need to get a package of those Mylar ones. 9.4, first cameo appearance of our girl Mystique, member of my Royal Guard. And then, of course, number 18 at a 9.2, first full appearance of Raven Darkholme, aka Mystique. The shape-shifting seductress, if you will. Next up, we're going into Bat territory, son. Bane's first appearance. Vengeance of Bane. Great character. I'm a fan of Mr. Bane. Nightfall was another key run to my early comic book reading. I always thought Bane was really cool, often mishandled, miswritten or whatever, but there it is, 9.6. Just because the jump between 6 and 8 was like, because I wanted a copy of this book as I accumulate my Batman Rogues Gallery first appearances. Needed to get this one, of course, and it was just like the jump between 6 and 8 was, I thought, silly. Like, you know what? It's not worth it to me to dish out like an extra $100 for a decimal point, 2 decimal points. Because this is PC book, so I have, happy to own it. Great cover. One of the better cover appearances, for a first appearance. Here she is, everyone's favorite disco diva. You can ring my bell. XN 130. 8.0. First appearance of Dazzler, y'all. The disco diva. If you didn't catch our recent Graders Notes episode where we reviewed Dazzler number 1, it was one of the funner episodes that we did. So check that out on Genome Presents channel. And you might want to expect to see the show on our boy Genome's channel, for the next few episodes or something. I think that he's going to hold down the fort in that regard. It's a great show. It's one of my favorites that I do. One of my favorites to watch. And make sure you subbed up to Genome Presents so you can stay tuned. Bam! Fantastic Four, 49. I did it. I got it. If This Be Doomsday. Classic. People really love this cover. First full appearance of Galactus. Second appearance of Silver Surfer. First Silver Surfer Galactus cover. And, you know, brother, that I got the 48 as well. these are like two crown jewels in the collection, you know. But you guys know the deal. You know I have these. I got the Trinity, 48, 49, 50. It was the biggest, to date, it's still the biggest comic book purchase that I've ever done. Uh, you know, over $1,000, you know, on a single purchase was, you know, that was a big move, a big decision for me to do, to put that kind of resources towards comics. But you know what? It was $1,500 well spent, in my opinion, because not only are they Grail books that I'm very happy to own, I think just from an investment standpoint, you know, if push came to shove, they would liquidate easily again, and I think very safe bet that they're gonna go up in value. So that's the cool thing about the comic book hobby. It's like, you know, on bigger purchases like that, I'm more comfortable doing it versus, you know, whatever, insert another hobby that requires you to put money into it, because, you know, it is an investment for certain books, and it's nice to know that you can kind of turn it back into cash if you need it, you know. So that is one of the things I like about the hobby. Another crown jewel in the collection, my Batgirl Adventures, Batman Adventures 12, 8.5. Great grade that I got on this. I wasn't sure how this thing was going to grade, because this was in my childhood collection. About a dozen spine ticks, and you know, I'm not a premier grader yet. I don't have a great eye for that, to be honest. But I was stoked when it came back 8.5. I thought it was going to come back like a 6 or 6.5 or something. But god dog, beautiful. Okay, let's get into this box now. Next up, we have one of the few gold label books, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 10, 9.2, wraparound cover, Great Shredder, Raphael cover. Signed by Peter Laird. Signed by Peter Laird. One of the creators of TMNT, as you can see, signed and sketch remarked by Peter Laird. You know, one of the tougher signatures to get on these books, and boom, happy I have it. To be quite frank, I'm not a huge Turtles collector. I happened to be at a local Comic-Con where he was there, and I knew that, you know, his signature wasn't as common. So I grabbed some books and I got him slabbed. So that's this one. I may eventually put this one for sale. I don't know. Just if you're watching this and this is like up your alley, you know, I might consider selling it. I guess Laird retired from signing recently. Next up from that same batch, TMNT number 7 from 1986, also signed in remarked, sketch remarked by Peter Laird. Another great wraparound cover. And the notable thing about this book is that this is the first interior color pages in the Ninja Turtles run. So some smudges here. First color Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in 4-page story by Eastman and Richard Corbin. So it's not the whole issue, but there's 4 pages inside here that's full color, and that is the first time we got Turtles full color. So, bang. Pretty cool book. And there's one more that, this was last October that I went to this con and used this third-party service. And there was 4 books that I had signed and slabbed. I got three of them back. The 4th one is that Raphael number 1 first Casey Jones. And that one was also signed and sketch remarked by Peter Laird. And I still don't have it back. And working with a third-party company is always tricky because, you know, you don't have your own tracking number. You don't really have anything to support that it's your book. And because I don't have like a proper receipt from them, really, it's just kind of a stressful thing. And 2 months from now, it's going to make 12 months. So hopefully sometime soon you get to see me bust out my first Casey Jones gold label, Laird. Till then, I don't know. Here's the next one. That was part of that Trinity that I got. FF50. Great surfer cover. Not too shabby. Moving on. Moving on to Iron Fist. Brother 14. First appearance of Sabretooth. I was really pumped to have this. This is one of the few CBCS slabs that I got, but oh baby. Classic cover, classic character. I'm a big X-Men fan. Sabretooth's awesome. Great book. Happy to have that. Continuing on. Oh, I thought I sold this one. Oh no, I didn't sell this one. FF 45, 46, I'm sorry. 45. 6.5 CBCS. First Black Bolt, right? First appearance of Black Bolt, second appearance of the Inhumans. 45 is the one that I sold, the first Inhumans. But boom, there's your first Black Bolt, my friends. Next up, Spawn number 1, dude. 9.2. Bought it from an LCS really cheap. They just kind of had it chilling there at the shop. I think I threw the guy like 25 bucks and I took it home. So, had to do it. I know that book usually, unless it's like that variant, newsstand variant, I think, normally, you know, people want that in a 9.8 just because it's so heavily printed and it's not that old, but I got my 9.2. It's cool. Bam. There's my first Carnage, 8.5. Another great book to have in my opinion, and I think it's a pretty respectable grade. Eternals, man, what you gonna do when the Eternals run wild on the MCU? Let's see what happens, man. Icarus, Cersei, Gilgamesh, Sprite, other people. I'm curious to see how that plays out, man. It's an unknown right now. From what I've noticed, even people in the comic book hobby aren't really super up on Eternals. So let's see if they can do like the Guardians of the Galaxy effect on Eternals. We will see. Here's one in a Mylar. See, I need to get these Mylars because this thing presents really nice. Better than the other ones. 9.8. Crush's first appearance. Jimenez variant. You've heard me say it before. I'm a big proponent of Crush. I think she's a great character. And I think she's got potential to grow. Bam. Batman. 665. 655. First Damian Wayne. Love Damian Wayne as a character. 9.8. It's one of the old labels. This is one of the first slabs I bought before I was really mindful of old labels and new labels. Nowadays, I really avoid them if I can, but it's cool. Got that. Next up, the first slab. First slab that I bought when I got back into the hobby. So I'm going to treat myself to a slab, man. I'm going to go online, go on eBay and buy it. And I got this one. First Gambit, 9.6.